as Jake Sloan steps into the opening drop. And the Royals win the faceoff as we are underway here in game number 4. Justin Kipke, the Royals captain, in behind his net, got the game winner yesterday. Trembecki goes across to Cole Reshny as the Royals gain the Americans line. Reshny looking for a trailer, goes rink wide. Isogai drops it to the slot. Broken up, but the Royals recover. Here's Reshny on right wing, heading to the slot. His hard shot is swallowed up. Look to come out of their own end. Ahead to Burlock. He needs a line change, tried to tip it forward, didn't get a lot on it. Jake Sloan works it forward. Carter McAdams chasing. Royals break it up again. Sloan finds it once more. Carter McAdams has stood up inside the Royals line. Heavy hit. McAdams lost his helmet. He'll pick it up and head to the bench and decides to drop the helmet as he goes right to the bench. Took a heavy hit. Americans on the forecheck steal. Brandon Wynot shoots through traffic over the net. Zemlak pinches down the left wing trying to hold the zone. Royals digging. Puck ends up in the corner. Victoria backhands it around their own zone. Pinching again as Charlie Elick runs into his man, but Caleb Matthews finds the puck for Victoria. He will lay it ahead, and the Royals finally get their line change in after a long shift. Zemlak's pass went off his skate, but right to Brandon Wynot. He'll gain the Victoria line. Finds Verk on right wing. His shot steered away by Hicks. Rebound up the far wall. Taden Trembecki finds it for Victoria. Couldn't clear the zone as Sloan held it in. Americans starting a line change. Victoria with the puck in their own zone. Verhoff ahead to Kenta Isogai. Now Cole Reshny dumps it down the right wing. Charlie Elick, first one there. Around the boards behind his net. Gavin Garland starting ahead on right wing. He finds Max Curran over the Victoria line. Curran looking across, blocked by Isogai. Verk throws it on goal, never got through. 13.5 minutes to go in period 1. The Americans up 1-0 over the Royals in game 4. Royals over the line with numbers. Isogai tries to slide it down low. Reshny now taps it to the blue line for Kipke. He'll fire and it goes into the glove. Lucas.
Some kid pictures of him. So be ready for that in the building.
There's plenty of games here at the Toyota Center. Royals off this draw. Will send it down low. Charlie Elick battling up the wall. Verk tried to hook it ahead. Royals knocked that down. Elick now shovels it behind the net for Zemlak. Up to Max Curran, rink wide for Elick in stride, and now Garland on left wing. Over the Royals line, he was poke-checked right away. Isogai off the glass and ahead. Curran sets it down. Max Curran on left wing into the Victoria zone. Stood up, puck stays on side, however. Elick works it down low, bad angle, shot off the post, rebound, Garland chopping at it, couldn't get it to go, and the Royals able to find it along the boards in their own end. Skating forward is Miskey. Fanned on his first pass, puck wouldn't settle for him, so he dumped it in. Savin Verk trying to wrap up Cole Reshny. Reshny able to get the puck. He'll center to the slot. Quick shot blocked, and it took a left turn just wide of the goal. Here's Elick in behind the net. Up the boards for Jake Goodell. The goal scorer, Goodell's pass forward, looking for Cook just out of his reach. Cosmo Wilson turns it back the other way. Picked up now by the Royals, Hayden Moore. Moore stood up, backdoor feed across to Stewart on right wing. He'll drop it off. Keaton Verhoff goes across, and a great stick by Cook to tie up Bame at the last second. Goodell now saucers the puck ahead. Verhoff intercepts. Americans back in their own end, looking to start ahead. Elick, forward feed. Here's Cash Cook. Back over to Elick once more. Now Zemlak in front of the Tri-City net with 12:05 to go in this first period. Americans leading 1-0. Bit of a stalemate right now. Elick waiting up the middle for Cruz Paveo. Paveo over to Jake Goodell on left wing. He'll tap it forward. Paveo up the middle, just lost the handle line on right wing. Garland down toward the corner, looking for help. Trying to pass it to the slot, got stick check, so his pass was picked off by Lazowski. 45 seconds to go in 4-on-4. Lazowski over the line, tried to drop it off, bumped by Elick. Lazowski takes the puck back out to center, and Wilson goes over to Lazowski. Jake Sloan looking to steal. Elick able to poke it forward as the Royals reset in their own end. Wilson looking up ice, double clutches, now skates ahead on right wing. Over the Tri-City line, drag shot, high save, Mateka, rebound found by Jackson Smith, and the Americans look to break out the other way. 20 seconds to go in 4-on-4. Here's Savin Verk over the line, tries a shot that's blocked. Verk gets his own rebound, throws it on goal, hit a body in front again, blocked by Victoria, and the Royals will skate ahead. Lazowski through center. He wants a line change as he dumps it in. Burlock and Adam getting set to come back on the ice in 2 seconds. Jackson Smith through center. Hits the Victoria line on left wing, trying to dangle its way to the middle. A number of opportunities to clear. They can't get it done, and the Royals take advantage to get back in the game at 2-1. Victoria dumping the puck in right off the faceoff. Elick runs into his man. Savin Verk slides it ahead. Royals at center, poke it forward. Verk now battling for it. Royals get it in their own zone. Nate Miskey over to Seth Fryer. Back up top, here's Miskey looking ahead. Up the middle, his pass to Hayden Moore, trying to poke it down the boards. Elick looking to break it up. Does come back out to center ice. 4.5 to go in period 1. Now a 2-1 game. Nolan Stewart feeds the puck deep in the Tri-City zone. Elick rims it around. It's going to be held and at the line by Miskey, but it bobbled on him. Tri-City looks to take off. Up the middle, Savin Verk trying to get around Miskey. Got caught up from behind and couldn't pull away. Now he hooks it right to the goal line. Found by the Royals. Seth Fryer now skating ahead for Victoria. He'll leave it ahead on left wing for Bame, who dumps the puck in. Royals peeling off for a change. Smith sends the puck to Verk. He taps it ahead. Elick over skates it, so he drops it back to Verk. Looking for Jackson Smith on left wing. Smith was going the other way, but Verk is able to recover in his own zone. Behind the net, 3:50 now to go in period one. Elick a hard rim around for Jackson Smith, and Smith goes in behind the net as Tri-City is in the midst of a line change. So Smith looks one way. Hard snap pass ahead through center. Grady Martin picks it up on left wing. And now 4 for 12 in the series. Sloan in for the draw with Reshny. And off the face-off, it ends up on the stick of Charlie Elick. Jake Sloan now with it, looking to pin it up along the boards. Americans happy to try and hold it there and eat up some time. Jackson Adam is in there holding on to it. Taden Trembecki is whacking away in the pile. While referee comes over, and successful job by Tri-City to hold on and eat up the clock on their second penalty kill of the game. Off the face-off, sitting free, Charlie Elick got it to the line but couldn't clear. Here's Lazowski at the right point. Slides it down to Cole Reshny on right wing. Reshny to the goal line. Trembecki tries to walk in front, couldn't do it. Now in behind the net, over to Kenta Isagai. Blue line, Kipke. Over to Reshny, right circle. Reshny, backdoor Kenta. Isagai shot blocked nicely by Jackson Adam. Isagai centers. Lazowski had his stick checked. Jackson Adam goes to clear and just about got stick checked, but he's able to get it down the ice. And all 4 Americans penalty killers. Curran is in for the draw. Blocker side on Hicks. And off the face-off, the Royals will win it. Verhoff goes in behind his net. He and Curran tie up. They both fall to the ice as Victoria looks to skate ahead. Reggie Newman over the Tri-City line. Finds Hayden Moore. Moore driving down toward the corner. Goes to the blue line now. Niski down the slot looking for Newman. Off a skate. Americans now on the power play as Austin Zemlak is out of the box. 30 seconds to go in the lead. Off the next drop, Nick Anisimowicz drops it back for Charlie Elick. Jackson Smith now looking ahead on left wing. Martin got a stick on it, so icing is waved off. Hicks out of his net, drops it off. Rimmed around the boards, Anisimowicz hustling after it, couldn't hold it in, and Brandon Lazowski takes off. Rink-wide pass out of the reach of its intended target. Mateka will work it off the left wing glass, and Tri-City looks to take off ahead. Margolis unable to find that pass. Icing waved off, Miskey backhands it ahead. Lopinen sends it behind his own net for Miskey. Up the boards, Wynot got a piece of it. Americans held it in for a second, but look out, the Royals breaking ahead with numbers. Centering pass, great defensive play by Charlie Elick, sending Tri-City ahead the other way. Jackson Smith on left wing, driving wide, he'll try a backhand shot, he scores! It snuck under the glove of Johnny Hicks. Jackson Smith has his first playoff goal, and Tri-City leads 4-2. McAdams down the wing to the goal line, try to send it on net, poked away by Kraus. Morzov sends it to the boards. Americans Elick pinching in to force it back down low. Fryer takes a bump from Wynot. Miskey looking up ice. Throws it across for Seth Fryer, who will jump up in the plate. Charlie Elick looking to break it up. Americans with numbers over the line. Brandon Wynot across. Carter McAdams couldn't shoot. Now he centers to the crease. Loose puck. Wynot jamming away. And the puck finally slides toward the net, but it's whistled down by the officials just before it could cross the line. So the Americans can't complete their change. Miskey turns it over behind his net. Puck is loose. Centering pass to the slot is broken up by Lazowski, looking for Charlie Elick in the slot. Here comes Marcus Lopinen through center. Sends it down the right wing boards. Royals trying center, broken up by Elick. Goodell couldn't corral it to the blue line. Seth Fryer, a long shot blocked. Loose in the circles, and they score. Marcus Lopinen has his first of the series. Another failed clear by Tri-City ends up in the back of the net. It's back to a one-goal game as the offense has ramped up considerably here in the second period. Charlie Elick off the draw, works it ahead. Martin trying to backhand it down the boards and in deep. Seth Fryer deep in his own zone finds it. Looking to sidestep Anisimowicz. He got dragged down, and Tri-City is going to go to the penalty kill here as Anisimowicz is going to go to the box. Not what you want your fourth line to do when you send them out there. Bame over the line looking to center. It'll end up in the corner. Royals, though, recover. Reshny, the extra attacker out there. Royals center out in front of the goal, and a swing and a miss off the stick of Stewart. Puck comes up to the blue line. Play goes on. Fryer across to Nate Miskey, left point. He goes to the right circle, broken up by Martin, and the Americans take a penalty. 2 to go in the power play for Victoria. 9:01 to go in the period. Tri-City up 4-3. Loose puck off the draw. Royals recover. Keaton Verhoff on right wing. Trying to go up top. He gave it away to Gavin Garland. Garland will skate ahead. He finds Curran. Over the Victoria line. Curran dangling through his legs. Got stick checked by Lopinen, and the Royals recover in behind their own net as they look to break up ice. Ahead on right wing. Over the line for Victoria. Streaking down the wing. Backdoor feed broken up. Comes to Verhoff on left wing. Verhoff down to the goal line. Centering pass. Broken up and a good stick to clear the puck down the ice. 15 seconds to go in the power play. Royals looking for one last rush.
Adam, big play right there. Cleans it up. He's had a good night.
Lopinen gets stick check. Keaton Verhoff sets the puck down to himself and rims it around the glass, but it's going to go over the glass and out of play. Scores! Right off a face-off, Cash Cook tips it home. His first playoff goal gives Tri-City a 5-3 lead.
50-50 pucks decide hockey games. Great face-off win. Jackson Smith from 3-point. Pucks to the net.
It's working out well for the Americans here tonight. First one past Jaden Krause. Cook on the forecheck runs into Fryer. Americans hold the zone. Cook turns and tries a shot that's blocked. Paveo pokes it to the circle. Americans trying to force a turnover. Martin tying up Fryer in the corner. He'll shovel it to Cook. He'll look to center and it goes wide. Ends up along the near wall. Charlie Elick one hands it down low. Bounces on the goal line. Paveo in behind the net. Fryer's able to intercept. He'll go off the glass. Americans poke it down low once again. Nate Miskey deep in his own zone. Swings it around the boards to Brandon Lazowski. Lazowski's pass intercepted by Charlie Elick. Elick slides it ahead. McAdams got poke checked, and the Royals drop it back into their own zone. Krause leaves it for Miskey. Miskey around for Fryer, and Fryer now with it. Steps out from behind his net. Americans in the neutral zone. Martin McAdams rather gets bumped. Why not runs into Fryer as he dumps the puck in. 5 minutes to go in the second. Americans up 5-3. Charlie Elick through center will dump the puck in. Krause steers it away. Big rebound. Why not pokes it down low. And Keaton Verhoff, stick check by Verhoff. And then Verhoff goes over the glass, and that almost went out of play. Just stayed in play. Royals now force a turnover in the American zone. Here's Nolan Stewart on left wing. Trying to get around Jackson Smith. Couldn't do it. Americans pick it up. Max Curran swings it across center. 3-on-2 Tri-City. Smith over to left wing. Savin Verk fires off the shoulder of Jaden Krause. Garland in the corner finds it. Trying to go up the boards for Curran. Max Curran looking to cut to the middle, got stick checked. Royals at the line, turn it over. Charlie Elick skates in and fires a blocker saved by Krause. Verk gets the rebound. Up top to Elick, right point. Over to Jackson Smith. He'll look in and fire, that's blocked. Bounces to the near corner, picked up by Garland. Gavin Garland, rink wide pass. Jackson Smith, left circle, shoots, and it's caught and held by Jaden Krause. To go in the period. Americans up 5-3 here in this game 4. Long pass ahead by Victoria, intercepted by Sloan. Sloan then run into Keaton Verhoff, gains the red line and works it deep. Mateka out of his net will backhand it to the corner for Carter McAdams. McAdams needs an option. He'll go around the boards for Smith. Under 2 to play in the period. Elick being pressured down low. McAdams now along the right wing wall, chips it out to center. Kipke swings it across. Pass up the middle. Kenta Isagai chipping and chasing. Nice move. Couldn't get a clean shot away. Elick finds the loose puck and starts ahead. He leads the rush through center. Elick over to McAdams on right wing. McAdams looks to center, back door, loose in front and cleared away from danger by Keaton Verhoff. 1:25 to go in the period. Smith, hard rink-wide pass to Brandon Wynot. He'll drop it back to Smith. Up the middle. Carter McAdams now skating ahead, finds the red line. Run into and stood up. Trembecki dumps it ahead. Mateka aggressively out of his net to stop the puck. He'll leave it for Smith. Hard rim around. Jake Sloan has to chase back for it. Trembecki bumped by Smith. McAdams finds the puck, and he'll slide it ahead to Brandon Wynot as the Americans come through center. Sloan on right wing stops, waits, backhand feed.
About 40 seconds of the PK, get off the ice.
45 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Royals. Here's Kenta Isagai over the Americans line. He got poke checked as well. Isagai down the left wing, works it behind the net for Reshny. Got past him, Trembecki waiting for it. He's run into by Adam, and the Americans pick it up and start ahead shorthanded. Max Curran over the Victoria line. He got stick checked. Isagai chipping the puck around the boards behind his own net, down to 25 seconds now to go in this power play for Victoria. Cole Reshny takes a drop pass and starts ahead. Reshny up the middle into the Tri-City zone to Trembecki on right wing. Tayden Trembecki down to the corner. Reshny up to the line. Here's Kipke across to Isogai, left circle. Isogai being pressured, drops it off, intercepted by Curran. He will clear as Wynot is ready to step out of the box, and a big kill. Wilson, who does play a lot for them, hasn't been on the ice since the second period, and I don't think he's on the bench either.
No, he's a key cog to this team. Does a lot of good things.
Royals dump the puck down the ice. They'll beat out the icing call this time. Smith runs into Bame as the puck gets pinned up along the boards. Bame digs it free, throws it up top. Miskey at the right point, long shot, blocked by Smith. Cruz Paveo finds the puck. He'll chip it high off the glass and down into the Royals zone. Somebody lost a stick on the ice as well, sitting at the right point in the Royals end. Rimmed all the way around the boards, touched up, so icing waved off again as Charlie Elick takes control. Elick tried to drop it off, and Mateka covers. Now Smith comes back to find it. Elick didn't get enough on that pass in behind the net, but now Tri-City starts ahead. Elick chipping it forward, knocked down in the neutral zone by Victoria. Now Smith picks up, gains the Victoria line, long shot coming, and a glove save by Jaden. Cash Cook is in for this draw at center, and he wins it. Charlie Elick ahead for Paveo, just out of his reach, and look out up the middle. Here comes Nolan Stewart, left wing. Good play by Jackson Smith to break it up. Jake Goodell flips a high pass through center, caught and set down by Miskey, chopped ahead. Paveo on right wing, driving wide to the goal line. Centering pass, missed everybody, comes up top. Smith a drive off a skate, picked up by Victoria in the slot. Americans looking to force the turnover, and they do. Smith, left circle, nice move, cutting to the middle, goes behind the net, got tripped up, and there's no call again. Jackson Smith can't believe it. He's looking at the officials as the puck ends up behind the Victoria net.
Yeah, Fryer got him with the stick and hauled him down.
Just one power play in the game so far for Tri-City. Royals dump the puck in and head off for a line change. Americans will start to do the same. Charlie Elick in behind his net, looks to start ahead. His pass up the middle, deflected by Garland, no icing. Ends up deep in the zone. Hoff will now skate ahead as the Royals work themselves out of trouble and into the American zone. Burlock's pass broken up by Elick. He's got a man behind the defense, but he couldn't find Curran. Now it's poked loose by Paveo, but getting control is Nate Miskey in his own zone. His long pass ahead to Stewart. Stewart knocked off the puck by Cook. Hayden Moore down the right wing. Into the corner of the American zone. Puck comes up toward the line. Held onside by Bame. Swings and sends it toward the net. Carter Savage reaching for it. In below the goal line, Elick knocks it free to Savage. Savage had his stick checked, and the Royals take it away, but now Elick has control, and he will skate ahead. Elick being pressured, got a stick up high. Penalty coming up to Victoria here as Elick got a stick in the mouth, and the Americans are going to go right back to the power play. 1:19 to go in this power play. Americans up 6-4. Garland wins the draw clean. Here's Jackson Smith, left point. Waiting, over to Charlie Elick. Elick looks in, down to Jake Goodell. Back to Elick, one-timer, fired on and blocked. Royals golf the puck down the ice as Mateka stops it on the goal line. 1 minute to go in the power play, 9:12 left in regulation. Americans up 6-4, trying to force a Game 5 on Friday. Gavin Garland through center. Hits the Victoria line and sends it down the boards in deep. Garland and McAdams converge on the forecheck. Royals fire it to the line. Off the skate of Smith. Second chance. Smith knocked it down again. Great job by the Americans to hold the line. Goodell trying to battle for it. Smith is there too. Great pass over to Charlie Elick. Down the slot. He'll fire, stop, rebound. Another good glove save by Krause. 7:35 to go. The Americans back to the Luke's carpet kill for the 5th time in this game. Trying to hold on to their 2-goal lead. Lazowski down to Cole Reshny. Blue line, Reshny again, into the right circle, goal line, feed, Trembecki sends it on net, stopped by Mateka. In behind the net, Trembecki tied up. Americans dig it free, and Carter Savage will snap it all the way down the ice. Good early clear by the Americans, eating up time on the clock. 7:10 to go, Tri-City up 6-4 in Game 4. Reshny through center. He will hit the American blue line, got poke checked. Royals able to hold it in. Now it's fired down the ice again by Charlie Elick. Under 7 to play. 1:20 to go in the Victoria power play. Justin Kipke starting from behind his net. He will drop it off. Kenta Isogai swings it over to Reshny on right wing. Reshny through center, over to Trembecki. He gets poke checked by Savage, trying to go down the boards. Reshny gets knocked over. Elick got a stick in the midsection. He's a little worse for wear as the Royals get the puck up top. Kipke to Reshny on right wing. Reshny rink wide. Kenta Isogai skating in. Back over to Reshny, and he couldn't take the pass. to the blue line. Kipke, long wrist shot is swallowed up by Mateka, and he hangs on with 6:27 to go in regulation. Back inside the Toyota Center, 5:20 to play in the third period. The Americans up 6-4 in Game 4 against Victoria. Royals gaining the Americans line. Marcus Lopinen trying to come down the slot on the goal line. He'll center, and Mateka's net.
Smith and with Elick.
No Austin Zemlak, though. He got ran over by Escalus Burlock in his own zone, and he hasn't come back to the game since. Max Curran, a good pass through center. Garland on right wing looking in front for Verk, and it tips over top of the net. Curran now in the left corner, trying to hold the puck in deep. Royals couldn't get it. Curran digs it free. Left circle to the blue line. Jackson Smith. Smith looking for a lane. Moves to the middle. Trying to come right down the slot. Now on right wing. Turns and looks at the goal. He'll fire through traffic. Steered away by Krause. Picked up on the near side wall by the Royals. Reggie Newman a long pass through center. Curran got a stick on that to break it up. And both teams start to change. 4:35 left in regulation. Americans up 6-4 here in game number 4. Looking to force a game 5 on Friday. Brandon Wynot ahead to McAdams. McAdams trying to poke the puck forward. Miskey forces Tri-City back. And Charlie Elick gathers for the Americans. Elick spins away from Kolreshny. Ahead to Wynot on left wing. He will hoist it high in the air. Nearly hit the roof. Haven't seen that in a while. Bounces down in the Royal zone. Victoria D to D on the goal line for the Royals. Tri-City completes their line change. Starting forward is Miskey. He takes a bump from Cook. And Jackson Smith had the puck hop over his stick. Smith battling with Bain. Royals get it back. Stewart fires on, and a good glove save by Lucas Mateka. 3-0. Fans getting behind their team here. Off the draw, the Royals dig the puck free. Keaton Verhoff at the right point. Down the boards, heading into the circle. Verhoff tries a shot that's blocked. Americans can't clear. Here's Kipke midpoint. Kipke looking in. Goes over to Verhoff. Has to play it on a bounce, and he'll fire it in deep behind the net. Isogai centers. Brandon Lazowski. Big save, Mateka. Charlie Elick sitting on top of the puck. Americans dig it free, but couldn't clear. Verhoff now turns. He's being pressured by Verk. Down the boards. Americans trying to clear. Couldn't get it out of the zone. They've got to get back defensively. Lazowski is swinging a miss. Here's Verhoff now on left wing. Heading down the boards toward the corner. Centers. Brandon Lazowski to the blue line for Kipke at the left point. Settles the rolling puck. Passes over to Kolreshny, right circle. Reshny looking back door. Keaton Verhoff fires wide around the boards and out to center. 2:20 to go in regulation. Americans get one change. Kipke in the neutral zone has the puck. Snaps it ahead on left wing. Isogai has Reshny going to the goal. There's the pass. It never got through. Loose in the corner. Carter McAdams, one hand on the stick, is wrapped up. Royals can't find it. Max Curran trying to skate out to center. On right wing on his backhand. They'll throw it on net. It's blocked. Caught up in feet, and the Royals pick it up in behind their net. Still a 6-on-5 for Victoria. Americans leading 6-4. Charlie Elick banks it ahead, but the Royals get control. Reshny to the blue line. Here's Miskey, right point. Back to Kipke on left wing. Miskey, right point again. Down to the goal line. Tate and Trembecki couldn't find it. Trembecki to Isogai behind the net. He'll poke it around. Reshny bumped by Sloan. Sloan kicks it free. Americans got it to the line. Kipke held it in again. Here's Miskey to the blue line. Kipke passes over. Bouncing puck. Reshny fires it to the corner. Isogai centers. One-timer fanned on. Americans looking to clear. Knocked down in front. Bouncing around, it comes to the near side wall, and Victoria has it. 35 seconds to go in the game. Miskey run over by Elick, falls on top of the puck. Referee says keep going. They jam away, it comes loose. Tate and Trembecki high slot, looking to come down the middle. Trembecki left circle, fires, Mateka the save. Loose puck, it ends up in the corner. Royals still pressuring, 18 seconds to go. Kipke a drive is blocked. Ends up in the far corner. Carter McAdams couldn't clear to the line. Kipke across to Miskey. 10 seconds to go. Miskey shot blocked. Miskey again reaching for it. It's tied up in the corner, and they're not done yet. There's penalties coming up on a dog pile in the corner. But there will be a Game 5 on Friday night. Everybody on the ice has a dance partner right now. Some guys have two. Jake Sloan and Tate and Trembecki going at it. Charlie Elick had two guys by the collar. They will all be separated.